How's it going, everyone? And welcome to the University Alliance Cup. This is where the top 12 collegiate teams play Valorant, and whoever comes out on top has bragging rights, and of course gets to raise the campus torch. My name is Yusuke, and I am with Ling. Ling, kamusta ka na dyan? Alam ko kanina ka pa nagkakast.
Well, okay naman. Dahil
Okay.
sobrang worth it na mga napag-cast ko na laro. Let's just say, kung ano nangyari kanina versus MCL versus Teletigers was too close for comfort para sa akin. Dahil sobrang lapit na nangyayari talaga dito na Yusuke. And I could not even get over the fact na how much of a huge impact each of the players actually did. It wasn't just one player shining, but it was everyone from UC Teletigers, and that's hear them the win.
Yep, honestly, sobrang impressed ako sa pag-level up ng teams. Kasi I managed to see them compete last year for Season 1, no? And parang everyone just stepped up their game. So maganda talaga na puro close games yung nakikita natin, hindi na yung parang stomp. And I think it's great, no, na over the progress from Season 1, parang hindi na sila tryhards. Like, you feel me? Parang it's bragging rights na talaga. Not in a way na it's how should I say, like degrading the other opponent, but parang they have something to prove to themselves.
Mhm.
Yun yung nakikita ko eh.
Well, they definitely have something to prove para sa tournament na ito. Kasi tulad ng sinabi mo kanina, 100,000 pesos is on the line, and given the playoffs pa lang to, these teams are definitely in it to win it. Their performance in this single map just gave us a sneak peek on what's coming, or might have to say, kung ano pang pwede nilang mapapakita. Because the players and of course the teams right here that we're seeing here today are definitely not something that we should underestimate. They have been sweatier, more sweaty than ever talaga. And yes, another close match? Possibly, because ang makikita nating laro here is USA versus, sorry, USA versus,
Ang cute nga kasi USA.
versus USC. Parati ako na USA versus USC. Parati ako nabubulol doon kanina. But yes, USA versus USC. Two Visayan teams represent are gonna be having it today. Kung sa Bisaya pa, magsubagin na sila sa server. Makaya na nila. Kaya na ninyo, guys.
Yun nga, it's gonna be really exciting, no? Maganda talaga yung reach ng AcadArena. Natuwa nga ako na umabot pa sa Visaya. So, thank you so much, AcadArena. And with that said, no, this would not be possible without their sponsors. We've got Globe, we've got Riot Games, Twitch Student, and of course, we've got Kovac 2.0 by the Meta, our official AIM trainer. And with that said, Ling, ayan, nandito na tayo sa agent selection screen. We've got Ascent, a very textbook map, no? It's pioneer maps, might I say. Ascent, a classic for competitive play.
Classic for competitive play, makikita talaga natin a lot of angles in this map na ma-anticipate natin mga long shots, narrow passageways such as on A main, on of course on B main, and such like with that being said, makikita mo talaga na possibly huge operator plays na magaganap coming out from these jets, possibly with that operator denial of frags coming out from their dash out or tailwind, I might have to say, is something that could possibly a huge game changer para sa mga teams natin dito that are playing from both sides.
Most definitely. And this is gonna be a great matchup. We've got the Mustang Warriors going up against the Golden Eagles. Now, last season they fell short. Both of them had the same record, 2 losses, 3 wins. So let's see how they can bounce back this season. And talking about their agent lineup, it's almost a copycat lineup. We've got a controller in each side and the Sentinel. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they utilize these agents further on with the rounds we have in these games.
Both double dualism might have to say dito, Yusuke, and we did forget to even point out na they are having a different choice of controllers and second duelist para sa laro to. With the mobility coming out from both, like for the side of Mustang Warriors, with the Race and the Jet, could possibly be something na an explosive play that we definitely see coming out from the attacking side later on.
Oh, nga, no? And right from the bat, already got the boom bot into their face there. Fortunately, will not be tagging anyone, but they have information na may tao already here in A main. Ayun na nga, binata na nga ang ating paint shells. It's gonna hurt Kangri a lot there, especially not having any shields yet.
Not having any shields and nothing more that he could basically offer against the teams right here. Marami na sila nabubuhos, but so much is gonna be wheeling right out on towards Cubby. Tomo makapipitas pa nga na dalawa, and Fireside Jin with huge answer back. Now it's down to a 2v3 na isang mabilisan para sa team nila, and A-side is gonna be on complete lockdown given that they have full control on towards that part of the map.
There they are.
Yep, they
Spike
do have the numbers
planted.
advantage now, but it's gonna be difficult for them to make that entry if they don't have any information. So that Sova better use his recon both ASAP. And there we go with the
Player
peek, but
standing.
fortunately, it is not enough. Fire Cyajin popping off already here
Last
through
player
doors. They know where the
standing.
last person is. It is a 1v1 situation. Goes for the tap onto the spike. Kangri spots him! Ooh, but loses the battle. And the first point goes to the side of Mustang Warriors.
Man, Mustang Warriors, huge clutch na magagawa natin para sa race player na si Fireside Jin. I might have to say it was a pretty close one coming out from Golden Eagles, but the fact of the matter here that they are not exactly in the best of health to even play out that post-plant situation. I mean, that was something. Frags could be easily be secured coming out from the retake na ginawa ng defending side, which Mustang Warriors definitely has been able to take away coming out from Golden Eagles.
Yep, I definitely agree with you on that. And that early play, no, that defense from the side of Fire Cyajin just canceled them out in A main, took a chunk of their health, and they suffered throughout the latter portions of the round. So tingnan na natin ang strategy ng Golden Eagles. So full stack here in A, and this time they're all together, no flanks. They're hitting it head on.
Approach straightforward, I might have to say na ginagawa nila dito, but not gonna be committing for the swings just yet. There's a one-way smoke that gets in the way, and meanwhile para kay Tomo, he knows how to play around this, to even play around his utilities. And para sa side ni Idoni, the classic could actually do much in close range, but not much on towards a long shot. Now para sa kanya dito, he's tapping his way. Tomo with a huge spray down, he's gonna be able to tag down at least for one more. Farside with the boom ball to even further frag down even more people who's gonna be rushing on towards A main, but nothing more that he could do. Down to a 2v3, Jet being on the lowest of HP. But para kay Gas dito, there's nothing much we could do against a Bucky because Ramen is gonna be wiping the floors down on towards A side, and Mustang Warriors securing a second round para sa larong to.
Alam mo, feeling ko nabibigla sila kapag post-plant situation. They can't stand their ground eh. Diyan sila nahihirapan. And Mustang Warriors, they have the key players on site. We see that with Fire Cyajin. And they end up losing the rounds because I think they lack a little bit in comms here. No? Hindi nila alam saan nanggagaling ang ating defenders.
Hindi talaga nila malalaman saan magagaling. They couldn't even do around much of that recon ball just a while ago. I mean, it was huge enough that they could get early info, but you know what really counts is that what they can do in those post-shots, which is something that they haven't been able to properly set up tulad ng sinabi mo kanina. Golden Eagles are a bit struggling so far. Nothing much that you could do coming out from those pistols, but still they tried to inflict more damage as much as they could during those situations.
And now we see Ramen here creeping up on them, but an early frag already to the side of Gas, and Kengri opening up the way for the main here. A lot of traps, no, from the side of our Mustang War, so let's see if they can utilize that quickly.
Quickly? No, it's a slowly but surely push here for Golden Eagles. Kahit sabihin mo na they have that gun power or gun plays or that manpower advantage right here in this situation, it's still gonna be Mustang Warriors na kung saan hindi nila basta-basta underestimate ang kalaban nila. They're creeping with that, they're slowly creeping on towards the cubby control and might actually been able to bait out the rotation coming out from Mustang Warriors. They haven't gotten that full trust on towards the kill through with that full-on setup, and now they have that sound cues being laid out na malalaman kung saan ba talaga sila magagaling. Flash peek on towards market, walang makikita. But there goes the showdown. Not even gonna be connecting towards anyone right now. Now, swarming on towards the site, we can both not exactly be spotting off anyone.
30
Now,
seconds
oh
left.
no, Idoni not Farjin in the process of that.
One enemy remaining.
I'd say a good advantage to the side of Golden Eagles. Early on in the round, they managed to pick off 2 defenders, and that gave them a little bit of a confidence boost into the latter portions of this round. And it goes to show though that they finally actually cracked the code, but I think it's a little too early to say that, you know, medyo maaga pa. But right now, scoreline is 2-1, and Golden Eagles still warming up here.
A little bit of a warm up here, and of course, a lot more that they could do given that meron silang lockdown at Hunter Fury na pwede nilang magagamit. Meanwhile, for the side of Mustang Wars, masasabi natin that it could possibly an awkward buy coming out from the defending side. Wala masyadong mabibili si Fugly dito. He is gonna be sticking out with that Spectre, but I want to see how much he could definitely do given that he doesn't even have much left on his kit to even fend out B side all on his own.
It's gonna be a little bit difficult for them here now, but they should pick up on their groove soon. They've been playing slow since the third round. It's been working for them, and they're just running on the Warriors' patience here. The Warriors, I know they're a little bit aggressive. They've shown that earlier in the post-ban situations, but Golden Eagles trying to be a bit more tactical here. But oof, they gotta be careful. You've got someone waiting in wine. I believe that's Fireside Agent. If he peeks at the exact right moment, there you go. He doesn't take the bait though. Oh, but the perfect timing, and that's on Tom's. What a
That-
bait.
I just love this dynamic with Omen flashes and with basically whoever duelist is they're playing around on. A little bit of team coordination here, and there could definitely be something that could put whatever peaks to their advantage. Kahit sabihin mo nag-aabangin sila, that would be going down on the drain kasi wala kayong magagawa. You're completely disabled by those flashes, and there's nothing more that you could do besides shooting towards the unknown and playing out your luck.
Kendrick just missing those nanoswarm grenades there, and head tap from Ramen. Absolutely phenomenal on that. But two refrags to the side of Chrono there. It's filtering beautifully. Oh, head tap out of precision. It's a 1v2 situation. He does have the spike to go in there, but you've got someone waiting at boathouse. I think he doesn't. He's going for the plant. Oh, there we go. Fugly managed to peek him at the perfect time there.
That was definitely too close. For a moment there, Mustang Warriors almost had that loss. Given that Katabin mo Ramen got those two huge
Right.
impact kills coming out from holding on towards B main. It was huge enough, and Mustang Warriors really needed those. Really need to even things out. Golden Eagles literally didn't have any choice besides swarming on towards B, and it was something that they struggled with. Pushing on towards B main against a Killjoy was something that they had to deal with, and the fact of the matter that there was a crossfire being set up on towards single angle here on towards the entrance, and it's might have to say not a situation that panned out so far and so well para sa kanila.
I agree with you on that one. And Golden Eagles here trying to catch an edge over the Warriors here. But with that said, Ramen gets that phenomenal Bucky kill with a refrag onto Fire Saiyajin. It is an even game right now. A couple of pre-fire shots over in A site, but will not be hitting Ramen. But that Bucky, that's gonna be really deadly. But good on Chrono managed to pick up that Vandal. That's gonna work well for him in the latter rounds. But Ramen with the Blade Storm, she is angry. She said, I want those knife kills. Ooh, I think there was a recon bomb, but completely missed that shot. Dear Lord, and Soma here with a perfect pick onto
Spike
Bangak
down,
and
mid.
precision onto Gas. It is a 3v2 situation. Rico ball into mid. Will not be scanning anybody, but Kangri managed to get Tomo down there in Cubby. Ooh, it's gonna be
Last player
but that
standing.
nanos arm should be wrong equipped there. Sobrang bad timing on that play, and Chrono here trying to finish out this round, trying to clutch it for Golden Eagles. Kailangan nila ang point na to.
Kinakailangan talaga nila, and the fact dito is that it's only 30 seconds left on the clock para sa Golden Eagles to even pick up the spike and even check the angles on towards close arch here on mid. But para sa side ni Chrono, he has to even deal with the problem. May turret pa nag-aabang. Knows really well na may market player. Recon Bolt even assist to even get further information kung saan nagagaling kanyang kalaban. Wallbang para sa isa. Kailangan talaga niya i-finish up yung Sova dito, or could not even secure more kills? Man, he's just gonna be going in for the frags, but the Killjoy's running for his life. Alam talaga nila, kinakailangan nila to even play out for the time, and Mustang Warriors definitely has to play for the objectives to even play, or rather, win out another run, putting this on a 3-point gap.
Good job for Fugly no on that play. Tumakas na lang siya. You know, it's a common mistake I see kapag yung mga players nagpa-plant sila tapos nagkakantig sila ng kalaban, no? The objective of the game, guys, is to make sure that you defuse the spike or plant the spike. So, great job for Fugly for assessing the situation. Precision was bait, but, you know, he had it coming and it worked well for their side. And Mustang Wars already up by 4.
Get out of my way!
They didn't have any choice on that matter, but another repetitive play na makikita natin coming up from Golden Eagles. Far side Jin, mukhang mag-aasim na naman po muli dito sa A main, and he is gonna be spotting off that running back coming out from the Phoenix, but of course Gas with a wide swing to even trade that one out coming out from that cancel out of the ultimate. But para kay Tomo, getting more value coming out of this paranoia, but nothing more that he could use for that post-round situation. The lockdown being committed para sa round na to. Golden Eagles swarming on towards the side. Recon Bottom, magka-cancel out pa nga nila, and they could have every chance they could to even properly set up on towards the side, given that they have so much time to play around with.
Right, it's looking like an even game right now. 4-4 in Precision, living up to his lead. Precision kill heads up onto Donnie. Has some information. Fortunately, Corona gets in. Orbital strike onto Heaven. That's gonna hurt Ramen a lot. It is a 2v2. 0 to 100
One
real
enemy
quickly.
remaining.
Ooh, it hurt them a lot, and where it should be. They're applying so much pressure all towards the side. The turret not gonna be doing anything right now. But para kay Fugly, down to 55 HP. It's a Killjoy versus Killjoy action dito. Kangray, he's gonna be playing around this turret. Makikita kaya siya. No minimum spot out, but the wall bang on towards the green box. That's gonna be one kill to secure, and another one para sa team nila.
Man, he's gotta tell me what vitamins
It
he
hurt
uses,
them a
'cause
lot,
that-
and
I
where
can-
it should be. They're applying so much pressure all towards the side. The turret not gonna be doing anything right now. But para kay Fugly, down to 55 HP. It's a Killjoy versus Killjoy action dito. Kangray, he's gonna be playing around this turret. Makikita kaya siya. No minimum spot out.
And finishing off Fugly. And there we go. One more point inside of Golden Eagles.
One more for Golden Eagles, and makita mo natin dito, ekonomiya ng Mustang Warriors, not exactly in the best so far, but the Bucky's galing para kay Ramen was definitely huge enough na magagawa niya para kanina. He's still gonna be holding on that patient angle with that Killjoy turret. Natatag down na siya, and he still is gonna be staying and holding off his ground. Napakatapang ng batang to. Grabe.
Matibay si Ramen. Look at that, Tomo getting obliterated, unfortunately, down here in A side. And it's just Fire Taya Jin back at it with the Bucky showstopper, but will not find anyone. It's they can take their sweet time here because Golden Eagles, they won't be able to make any entries soon. And natutuwa ako sa bagong update link, yung parang ina-announce talaga sa buong mundo nasaan yung spike. So
Exactly.
it's not surprising that everyone will be converging around that. And
player
si Kangry here,
standing.
again with the Bucky. Ang sakit.
Thrifty.
Ang sakit nun. And Precision
Map.
with the Sheriff. Naka 50 rounds
They're
pa naman
so
yun.
efficient. Oh, they're so efficient with the Buckies. It's supposed to be an anti-ego run na nagagaling coming up from Golden Eagles, but for some reason, something went wrong on B main, and doon na po nagsisimula na mag-crumble down ang structure that was supposed to be for the executes coming out from their team. Isa-isa lang napipitas, one duelist, one player at a time na nagpipick doon, and there's literally no trade na magagawa nila because it's the Jet with the tailwind that completely denied that. And meanwhile, for the other side of the map, the Raze, Farjin, my god, doing his thing once again. Nakapag-charge up with the showstopper, huge enough to even strike more fear on towards our enemies to not let them peek at any point in time to even pick up the spike.
Okay, sobrang nakakatakot yung situation na yun. Naririnig mo lang yung voice line ng Raze. Parang takbo. Yun lang yung first instinct, no? And right here, Ramen, what a little jiggle peek with our attackers. Will not be picking anyone off. But that turret, feel ko naiinis na sila sa turret na yan. But it's working well for the side of Golden Eagles. They got some information. Someone is definitely in B side. And they're rerouting what they should do right now.
They have to reroute. Parang that turret was like a safety precaution that they had to para to even counteract yung mga aggressive angles na could possibly be held down by an operator or by basically anyone with a powerful gun that has to be really precise with their shots. Just how Precision is going to be managing to at least anchor down as on towards A side as long as he could. But Golden Eagles playing on towards default tries to at least
30
take over
seconds
mid
left.
control. Is an angle worth heavily contested for, but nowhere near in time ng Mustang Warriors would even risk that play.
And oh, that turret, it does wonders for defending B side, honestly. It's difficult to break that, and look at that. Pugly gets the kill on the Kendry, and it's just back-to-back refrags here. They don't have enough time, so they have to run into side and get that spike planted
One
play
enemy
as AP,
remaining.
but it doesn't seem like they have enough time to do so, and Fireside finishes off the D with 2 frags to end the round.
3 frags to end the round. 6-2. Mustang Warriors not looking so bad after all para sa first half na ito. Coming up from that double duel setup, they are still gonna be performing regardless. Farside yun, saktong aggressive pushes dito, saktong asim, saktong peak, and it's just something about this man na that's been completely on point with this A side hold. They know when to go for those passive angles, they know when to fully aggress on towards any part of the map, and this is where this actually pays off. They definitely have a good read on towards their opponents, na hindi sila naging super predictable on what they're gonna be trying to do on towards this game compared to what Ramen is gonna be doing. Paulit-ulit na angle na binabantayan niya. And this is where they actually get fully punished by anyone holding and waiting for their push.
Farside in there trying to go for that Hiko blast back out of danger, but unfortunately it didn't work for him. And Tomo here left all by himself, not really waiting for his teammates, just waiting for the attackers to enter the site now. But they seem favorable to A here. Yup, they are converging, and the spike is with our Brimstone here. They will be pushing at any second right now.
You should
Tomo
run.
putting up the dark cover, and let's see if he can hold them off. It's gonna be very difficult for him, but not impossible.
Possible to hold down. Lockdown giving him a really tiny angle for him to hide on, but Paranoia blinding off almost everyone, pushing on towards the side, but now they have a faintest idea on where he could be. Hell being zoned off by that hot hands, and this is where
30
Tomo is
seconds
gonna be
left.
falling down on towards hell position,
planted.
being burned down with the eternal fire. But para sa atin dito, kay Precision, he has to make those shots count and has to be really precise on picking them off one by one. But given this scenario, it's almost impossible for him to win this out. Ace clutch, huge thing for the highlight plays, but saving out the Vandal would be the best for him to do.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you that they're not really suffering economy-wise, but better safe than sorry. With that said, though, our Jet patiently waiting down in base there, but Precision sitting quietly, comfortably in pizza. Feeling nagugutom siya, you know. Chose a really nice spot to chill out. And as the timer ticks down, 1 point goes to the side of Golden Eagles.
Something the Mustang Warriors wasn't supposed to be losing, but for some reason, parang Golden Eagles spent the Hunter's Fury and possibly more coming out from that commitment. They used the lockdown to even zone out, and parang sobrang unnecessary na ginawa nila to even stall out enemies any further, given that walang follow-up na mabibigay coming after that paranoia play. Not only did you compromise your position, it only means that you have no other flashes that you could use for
Time
the
for a
retake.
field
And
test.
given in this lineup na Mustang Warriors is running at right now, they only have one flash to even use. And they have to make it count. And sinayang nila yun to even stall out
Strike
enemies
down
na wala
A.
silang magagawa. And just like this, isang mabilisang 3 tao na lang matitira para sa Mustang Warriors for some reason.
Nako, massacre agad. It's a lot has happened here in A main and down in mid actually. I think someone got the pick no from Kabi, and
Placing
they're
swarm
just
grenade.
patiently waiting down in mid top, trying to gather some information. They have our Killjoy here lurking through B, pero nahihirapan sila mag-entry dahil sa turret, no? I mean, it acts like a second player for them. The turret hits the attacker, and then the Killjoy there gets the frag.
Recording my bot.
So it's difficult. See Kengri here just opting out for now, and
Come on, let's go!
there we go. Hot.
Hellfire!
Run it back. My mistake. Run it back aside from Donnie here, but gets up immediately. And Tomo with that other flame operator did not see back right there in generator, and they have forced their entry into a side. 2 defenders left.
30
They're coming from
seconds
heaven. They're at a slight disadvantage here. They don't have that much utilities. But let's see what they can make happen.
One enemy remaining.
Man, A main, isang smoke lang to even fully disable then. But Fogly is trying to make things happen here para sa postmat na ginagawa ng Golden Eagles. Now, the turret is gonna be going down, has the lockdown na pwede niyang gagamitin, but it's not exactly worth it para sa sitwasyon na to. Now, still up to a 3-point gap, but still, exit frags could be great for them to hurt them any further during this, for the next round, but other than that, parang he's not gonna be risking it once and for all para mawawala pa yung bundle because there's literally nothing more left in their economy for them to even play around with. Yes, pwede pa niyang madadrapan ng kanyang teammates, but the 1k creds could definitely count para makakatulong para sa isa't isa, not only for his teammates but also for herself na makakabili pa siya for his kit.
Right, and you know, parang how should I say this? You gotta be good at budgeting in this game. Surprisingly.
Yes.
Like some people look at it as FPS games. Oh, I buy the gun. Like parang ang cute naman ng baril na to. That's it. I'll buy it. But you gotta realize that you're spending money, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at our economy here, now from the side of Golden Eagles, the tides have definitely turned. A while ago, they were lacking in their cash, and now they're actually leading Mustang Warriors. Ooh, and again with the third play, classic. Onto the main Ramen with the Bucky again. Let's see if he can catch some kills, but it seems like they're backing off here. Don't want to risk losing any members early on. They like playing with the time. That's what I've noticed since round number 3.
They like playing with the time kasi alam talaga nila for Golden Eagles, the best way for them to punish these duelists is actually pick them off as soon as they fully aggress without even thinking so much about Golden Eagles waiting just around the corner once they actually take on towards B main. Now for this scenario alone, makikita mo talaga sa kanila that they are going to be trying to secure more information during that round before they even try to push on towards the side. But meanwhile, para sa side ng Mustang Warriors, full-on passive angles. Parang ilang beses natin nakikita, and those were the rounds that definitely didn't pay off kasi that made them have a huge read. That made Golden Eagles have a huge read on them na medyo naging predictable kung saan sila manggagaling, and parang
30
na-anticipate
seconds
talaga
left.
nila that the side is gonna be completely open and easy for the taking na gave Golden Eagles every opportunity to even take on the side.
And look at this thing, no? They're going for the retake. They're not challenging them head on. The paranoia, well, it managed to tick them off a little bit, but they're still going in, guns blazing, utilities left and
10
right.
seconds
But Fire Cyanogen already gets gassed. Homo gets a kill onto Donnie. 3 attacks left. It's not in their favor. That lockdown save was really good decision on the side of Mustang Warriors. Going for that spray. Unfortunately, Precision gets bang on that, and only Kangri left. Goes for a full rotate though around mid top, but let's see if he can make something happen. Oh, he gets Ramen. Fortunately, very low on that. He's gonna have to hit that thing, but it is not enough. Tomo cancels him out. That was an interesting play from Kangri. I didn't really expect na nilikuran niya yung buong mapa.
Last
To
round in
end
the
up
half.
indoors.
I mean, it was supposed to be a big brain play. It's just
Right.
quite unfortunate na Mustang Warriors, for some reason, hit all their shots through the smoke. I mean, that itself is kind of sus, but, maybe it's just Mustang Warriors doing their own thing. Na, man, let's just do our thing na. Let's just do this na. Mag-spray lang tayo to smoke and hope for the best na may mapipitas tayo dito. And na, it's not even just one frag. They're doing Bucky plays, they're doing that sprays, and been able to take at least 2 out of that post plan. And it was huge enough for Mustang Warriors to even secure another run for themselves, not exactly to be staying on towards the 6 points anymore, because not only did they manage to at least damage economy para sa attacking side, but also a round that was supposed to be won. It's almost to the second half, and they're gonna be performing so well on towards this defending.
Right, I agree with you. They do not want to be scratching their heads here. But as I say that, Fire Cyanogen gets Donnie onto the showstopper, gets gassed immediately. Paint shells on the way, but it is not enough. 3v3 situation. You've got 2 defenders down in heaven, and one of them still waiting in B.
Still waiting in B. No one to destroy the recon vault. Man, that was quite unfortunate. King Ray, once again, the lowest of HP, but the Sova with the Recon Bolt could actually be of great help dito para sa sitwasyon na to. But now, for this time around, fending on towards Hell, nag-check sila ng every angle as much as they could na para makakasigurado na hindi sila malalasod dito. But sa setup na ito, there's no way in time talaga na makaswing sila all towards the Swarm Grenade. King Ray is gonna be inflicting more damage as much as he could. He's gonna be able to take out more. And of course, the 3K. Chrono, 1v1 against a Sova. Mas spot off pa nga niya with that jiggle pick. Alam niya kung saan naka-spike. Naka-plant! There goes the spike! And attacking Golden Eagles! Winning this finally. Napaka-awkward ng jiggles na yun.
I
The
know,
timing.
What a bad boy, you know? Like, instead of killing him, like, okay, I'm gonna mess around with him. I'm gonna peek a little awkwardly. He's not gonna see me. Just pop a shot off, scare him a little bit. Like,
Right
don't
here.
do that, man. Maawa ka naman sa precision there. But already great job.
King Ray is
on
gonna
the
be inflicting
enemy
more damage as much as he could. He's gonna be able to take out more. And of course, the 3K. Chrono, 1v1 against a Sova. Mas spot off pa nga niya with that jiggle pick. Alam niya kung saan naka-spike. Naka-plant! There goes the spike!
There you have it.
And attacking Golden Eagles! Well, yeah. Next, moving on to this round, nakita natin talaga dito, it's already the second half. And looking at the side of things, an explosive play, possibly on towards B. Counter flashes, cloud burst, mag-aasim pa nga sa B main. Doesn't really pay off so well. Ramen with a shorty. Close range, hindi niyo ba makikita, but still gonna be winning that one up after that updraft.
Ooh, it's a 3v3 so very quickly at that though. And Golden Eagles here trying to bounce back. Hopefully win these next two pistol rounds since the Warriors have been doing well on the pistol rounds. And right now they really have to get into sight. I mean, they love playing the time, but they gotta get there quickly. They've got the turret for information, although it won't be tagging anyone just yet.
Smoke's down.
And you've got two attackers here in both house.
A very secure angle. Recon Malt isn't gonna spot off anyone. But para kay King Ray dito, tatago lang mo siya sa smoke. Alarmbot being tagged out by the Sova. Turret is gonna be spotting her off. Swarm Grenade team is on a one out with that swing. Tomo, burst fire para sa isa. King Ray, the time pressure is on! And there goes the arch play para sa kanila dito. Beautiful crossfire na galing from Mustang Wars, but unfortunately, Fugly isn't gonna be able to survive that explosion. And the Mustang Warriors taking out the first pistol round coming out from this second half.
I agree with you. They've been doing their job thus far, no? Just strategizing on the fly. So surprised that they were able to win that round. But for the side of Golden Eagles, they really have to pick up. They're stuck in a stump right now. They're not sure how to go about the strategy the Mustang Warriors have been implementing on them. Defenders-wise, they got a good position, but look at this. The Warriors, again, went for such an aggressive push at that.
Judge plays? Man, the turret is a huge problem. It's annoying as it is. They really have to at least destroy that once they are going to be going for those pushes. But now, huge setup coming out from the Killjoy, and Mustang Warriors placing themselves all over the site right now. Far side Jin is gonna be going for the quick sprays on towards Garden at mukhang mapupunta pa nga sa dalawang tao. The Phoenix and the Sova being deleted almost immediately after holding and taking so much time on towards Rafters. Quite unfortunate.
Oo nga, no? I mean, Warriors living up to their name. That's what I'll say. Sobrang hindi sila natatakot pumasok sa site. And I think that's what the Eagles lacked in the earlier rounds. And that's what sacrificed their win rate, no? Onto the, I believe, right after the pistol rounds earlier. Natatakot sila eh. They can't really devise an opening execution the same way that the Warriors do. Look here, we've got Tomon. Already na siya na i-fire yung paranoia onto markets. And natatamaan pa si Donnie at that. And again, look, just synergy from this team right now.
Synergy, and they have everything completely on point. Ramen, man, this guy is unstoppable once he's already pushing on towards the side now. Kuha pa nga niya. Nakita natin dito, Chrono is trying to soften up everybody as much as he could on towards the side. But para kay Bangak, setting up the smokes first team to fully have confidence on towards the push coming up from CT. Ramen with the Vandal is something. Close angles, one sprayed out, that's not gonna be an ideal situation. But he has the judge in hand though. Wala pa nga siyang utility na titira. At para dito, Speedway angle under is gonna be Tomo holding that one out. At para kay Bangat, magagad pa nga niya ang Molotov para to further even zone off anyone who's gonna be going in for that push. Now, one angle at a time, one quick headshot, but still not gonna be enough. Now, para kay Saijin, who's gonna be wiping everyone out, but still gonna be Ramen to even prevail with the judge. Doesn't really need much money to invest on assault rifles, but still gonna be trying to make everything count coming out from this shotgun.
You know, laying those sprays into the smoke kind of sus, but it's working for them.
Diba?
That's what I'll say. I mean, syempre, like, nakakainis na sa smoke, like, feeling mo like, you know, you're like protected, o hindi ako nakikita, tapos biglang one tap. Excuse me? You know? But...
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Ba't ganon? But, hello, Ryan? You know, but... anyways, moving on, no, they've been devising, the way that they pushed really well, and I commend them for their agent selection. They really know how to use their roles effectively. Kengri here trying to defend him right now with that Bucky, but again, that's what I love about the side of Warriors. They've been spewing a lot of utilities, but not really committing. Siguro para mag-rotate inside ng Eagles, but they're not taking the bait. You see Donnie still up top there, and Kengri breaking down that door, trying to deny entry, but look at them moving as a unit. The Warriors closing in onto B.
They just had that go signal. Sabay-sabay talaga sila mag-rotate, but it's unfortunate na ang Jet na lang. But Gas could still do a lot more with this Bucky place, and they have to back on the frick away, coming out from this close angles, but unfortunately, di pa nga niya makakuha yung frag na yun. Oddly, isang mabilis ang headshot, and of course, makakuha pa nga siya ng dalawa. Kengri with the huge answer back, and it's left in the hands of Bangak with the Bucky. Nako, 5 bullets, possibly hit out a single one more on towards precision. Not exactly the most precise shot na makukuha niya. Goes in with a quick reload. 1v2. Killjoy down to 36. Now for the boat has situation once again. I've seen this happen once and for all. But para sa kanila dito, the quick pre-fires para takutin yung kalaban na mag-aabang all towards stairs. They have no setup with the alarm bot? Now, tignan natin kung mag-wallbang pa ba siya. Or pa isa-isa niyang mapipitas. But Tomo turns around just in time para i-delete na talaga siya sa mapang to. A clutch denied, but it was too close for him to take.
Saktong-sakto talaga yung flip ni Tomo, no? And it's great to see this from a controller agent. Di mo talaga may expect. And feel ko natatakot na sila kay Omen because of that. Kanina pa siya nagde-defend ng site. He's been working like as a sentinel earlier in A. And now when it comes to the post-plant situation, he really knows what he's doing. And he was at a disadvantage. Nakita mo yun. The side of the defender's side, they had him on that crosshair. But he had an inkling, flick that, and got him. Drop that delete, just like you said.
His spidey sense must be tingling. Like, alam na talaga niya when and where to look. Showstopper, Farjin! What were you thinking? Walang katakot-takot pushing all the way towards the smoke, running back ng itatapon para sa Phoenix. And there goes Ramen to even cancel that one out. Switch being triggered at Wang makikita na at Lito they're gonna be forcing this door, forcing to break down this door and barge on towards the side. Now, Patience game, curveball na nagaling para sa Switch. But Ramen! He doesn't even need anything to go in for those try peaks! 2K para sa kanya! Golden Eagles are gonna be down for 2 players! Mustang Warriors, post-plant para sa kanila, coming all the way from rafters. Goes in for the quick tap. Nako, matatakot ba sa shock dart? Down to the lowest of HP ang Phoenix at dito. Chrono is gonna be playing out his luck to even go in for the defuse. Curveball to even try to at least go in for the flash peak, but Mustang Warriors is gonna be overwhelming anyone. A complete firing squad waiting on the other side of the firewall.
Somebody called the fireman right now, because Donnie just got washed right there. Washed. Absolutely washed. And unfortunate for their end, no, but it's always tricky, especially post-plant in A site. Kasi the common tendency is they will be in a main, but of course you have to pick them out, and the only thing you can do is bait them, no? But the shock bolt, it hit them, and Fugly with the perfect aim onto the spike, and just canceled them out really quickly. And here we go, the Mustang Warriors, gusto nila tapusin ng game na to, pushing into B side as quick as they can.
What are they doing on towards market? For some reason, Two Duels making space sa market na iyon at they're at least trying to get anyone caught off guard running away from that Killjoy lockdown. which got canceled out, by the way.
Mhm.
Mustang Warriors, what are you doing? That is, like, not much discipline being practiced, and not exactly a great play to even take out on towards B side.
Yeah, honestly, it's unfortunate that it broke early pa, no? They didn't really have time to enter this site. They should have placed it in a better location. Somewhere they really can wallbang it or such. But right now, again, quick on their feet. Already moving onto A side. Passes through mid. And you've only got Fogly and Tomo left. And Proto caught a whiff of that Shrouded Step there. Orbital Strike will move them out of that landing position. Chrono here trying to bait Tomo out of hell there. Will not be reaching him, fortunately.
Alam na saan sila magagaling. But one pick at a time coming from Idoni on towards A main. Huge on spec from Tomo. But Bangak is gonna be flying down all the way from heaven to even take him out. Nako, match point pa nga sa Mustang Warriors, but it's just quite unfortunate kung ano nangyari doon. Akala siguro nila magiging sure win na to, but
Right.
Golden Eagles talaga nakapagsagot pa sa kanilang tanong. Kaya pa ba to? Kayang-kaya! Nako,
Of course, and I agree with you, no? You shouldn't be overconfident kahit may match point na kayo. You can't just expect na Golden Eagles will give up that play. Kasi syempre, they want to win this too. It's still the group stages, but again, it's been competitive. Kanina nga, sobrang close ng game, so no surprise that they're still fighting back. So the Warriors, ayun, they decided to split up here now. The spike will be just outside B, but they've got 3 members in A main. We'll be trying to bait Donnie out there, but it's best if they get some picks early on before they get into the site.
exactly. I mean, they baited out the tailwind to make everyone think that they committed on towards the side. You'd see them, Golden Eagles, passive angles just right behind the smoke, being a little bit too cautious here, but Mustang Warriors swarming on towards B side. Far side is gonna be leading out the parade at mukhang makukuha pa nga nila, completely open, hands down. The Phoenix still has his run it back, but Mustang Maris is still gonna be up for 5, make it 4, Ramen being cancelled out, Chrono using this out drone, at para makapagkuha pa nga sa ng info, there goes the spray towards the smoke once again with precision. At para kay Fogly dito, sinusubukan niya to play out this lock on towards City at may mag-aabang na dalawa at mukhang alam na alam talaga nila na isa lang matitira para sa site na ito. Mustang Warriors is gonna be wiping out everyone and even canceling out this retake, and that's gonna be the map being won by by Mustang Warriors.
Right. And, GGWP to both teams. Maganda talaga yung pinakita nila. I'm sure that the chat is blowing up with their utmost support for their respective teams. And again, the Warriors, no, they had it early on, especially sa pistol rounds. Very important to always secure those since yung economy ng ating players really depends on that. And the way that they use weapons na hindi ginagamit usually, not like the Bucky. It's been great for them so far. And precision, again, living up to his name. Literally precision kills with the Sheriff. And yeah, I think it's really good na may mastery sila sa ibang weapons. Kasi obviously when you're faced with someone na may Bucky tas may Vandal ka, iisipin mo na mananalo ako kasi like Bucky lang naman yan. But of course, kung marunong sila gumamit ng Bucky, they're gonna get punished.
Marunong sila gumamit ng bucket at kung alam talaga nila kung saan dapat to gagamitin, which is on close combat situations, which puts everything back on towards their favor, and Ramen completely understood that. Alam talaga niya na kahit may assault rifle yung kalaban nyo, you have no chance at all against a shotgun, and of course, let's not even forget na headshot pang mabibigay para sa inyo.
Oo nga eh. But with that said, though, thank you so much to the side of USC and USA for a wonderful game. And, good luck, have fun to the rest of the teams. But before we move on to our next matchup now, feel free to relax, take a bathroom break, and keep an eye out for our time.